What is up, everybody? So this article has been sent to me quite a number of times over the past couple of weeks. It's not a new article. This article came out in March of 2016, but this topic has been popping up a lot recently, and it's in regards to Teresa Halbach's death certificate. It is from the mirror.co.uk and is linked in the description below. I wanted to go over it because it has been popping up a lot recently, and just in case there's some people out there that aren't familiar with this particular piece of evidence, I wanted to go over it with you. The headline states, "Making a Murderer, Teresa Halbach's death certificate slammed as deeply flawed after new details emerge." Now remember, these new details are prior to March of 2016. And there is an image of the death certificate in the article, but whenever I try to blow it up to make it bigger, it is extremely blurry. So if anyone has a better quality picture of the death certificate, please let me know. It talks about how there is a number of glaring anomalies with the death certificate, and some of the dates or times don't seem to add up with key parts of the form being filled in incorrectly or wrong. Talks about how the immediate cause of death, which was initially filled in with the word undetermined, but now has a line drawn through the middle of it. Another odd thing about the death certificate states that the examiner has checked the box to confirm that an autopsy was completed, but without an intact body being found. The form was completed and signed 6 weeks before it was even corroborated by the FBI that the DNA was Teresa Halbach's, and it was signed off on December 6, 2005, the same day Stephen Avery's preliminary trial began. The medical examiner has also crossed off a box that says no body was found, even though it claims to have completed the autopsy. That is truly strange. According to reports, bones belonging to Teresa Halbach, who disappeared on October 31st, 2005, were found in a burn pit and in 2 other locations over an 11-day period after she was reported missing. However, her death certificate records the date of her death as November the 10th, meaning that not all the evidence could have been collected in this time frame. Police found Teresa Halbach's charred remains in a burn barrel along with her mobile phone situated near Stephen Avery's trailer. Investigators also apparently located Teresa Halbach's car key in Stephen Avery's trailer after it was searched a number of times. Now it states that Sean Atwood says investigators seemed to have filled in the death certificate confirming Teresa Halbach's passing without having the information to prove it was even her remains. I actually have his book. I haven't read it yet, but it's definitely on my list. As usual, looking at the death certificate, nothing adds up in this case. There's no murder weapon, no credible DNA, no other suspects were investigated. There's no blood spatter or bodily fluids from an alleged rape, throat slashing, and murder in Stephen Avery's trailer. And let's look at the bone damage. What was left over is beyond anything a bonfire could have caused. It doesn't surprise me in the slightest that the official in charge of the death certificate was unable to fill in the form correctly, or for that matter, truthfully. The fact that the cause of death alone has a line through it is a major red flag. Can anyone who's scratched the surface of this case conclusively say exactly how, when, and where Teresa died? I would argue not, especially since the waters were muddied by the moving and planting of evidence such as the magical key and the tampering with Stephen Avery's blood DNA from the first wrongful conviction. Yet one person claims to know every last detail and is indeed writing a book about it, the prosecutor, Ken Kratz. Are there any other articles out there talking about Teresa Halbach's death certificate? Let me know. Let me know in the comments if there's anything else on it that should be reported, that should be out there. Let me know. I hope you're having a good day, and I will see you again soon.